Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now December 17th of 2021 and we're only getting closer to the release of the Book of Boba Fett series for Disney Plus by Bob Chapek, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and Robert Rodriguez, and exactly what they have in store for the new Star Wars universe. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things on there from time to time and really make sure to interact with you guys further. So we're now in a very interesting position for Star Wars because we already have a great roster of Star Wars TV shows slated for 2022 and even 2023 and beyond. And at 22's celebration, we're going to be learning a lot more about the roadmap of the franchise by, of course, George, John, and Dave, and exactly what they're up to for both live-action and animated Star Wars TV shows, and how they're going to be heavily involved in the Star Wars lore, be it books, novels, comics, and video games, etc. It really is an exciting time for Star Wars fans to really kind of just delve into all this new content and material that's coming our way in the next couple of years. So, beyond all of this, one thing that we do know is that Disney CEO Bob Chapek has been making major plans with George Lucas and others behind the scenes to really think outside the box and to really find ways that's going to attract a lot of the Star Wars fans that were let down by the sequel trilogy. Again, that is Disney's game plan right now, is that they really want to bring back the lost fans from the sequel trilogy movies. They realize that they made a very big mistake. They also realize that everything related to Disney Plus gives them the opportunity to create this fresh reset and create the golden years of Star Wars by really providing the fans exactly what they want to see. And some fans out there will say that they prefer Star Wars being on a streaming service as opposed to in the actual theaters. I say it's better to have them in theaters, but that's just my opinion. However, when it all comes down to, of course, Bob Chapek and what's been going on with the new Star Wars films, alright, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their new Star Wars projects like Ahsoka and Kenobi, both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are getting ready for Celebration 2022, where they will announce a handful of new Star Wars TV shows for Disney Plus. Now, it's described, however, that Disney CEO Bob Chapek is planning something even bigger for Celebration 2023 in order to announce Star Wars Episodes 10, 11, and 12 to continue the Skywalker saga. That's not to be confused with next year's Celebration, but the year after that. It's described that George Lucas and Bob Chapek have been having countless conversations about the plans for all of this, and how in 2023 a series of books and comics will arrive labeled as Episodes 10, 11, and 12 in order to set up the new Star Wars films, as well as the Rise of Skywalker sequel series that will be in animated form to set up these new movies that takes place in between 9 and 10. Disney's big plan is to bring back the Skywalker family in a totally new way by taking aspects from Legends and mixing them in with the new. This includes Cade and Gina Skywalker, brother and sister, as well as the grandson of Luke Skywalker by their side, who will be considered the wise Jedi who knows most about the past. Essentially, Lucasfilm is planning to make these movies about the story of the division of the Skywalker cousins, and how they must come back together to face a new threat that emerges to pose as a risk of the fall of the new Jedi Order. Now, further, it's noted that both Jon and Dave Filoni will be calling the shots on some of the lore for these new movies that will be worked up by the books, where actor Garrett Hedlund of Tron Legacy is set to portray Cade Skywalker, who will be a mixture of Luke, Han Solo, and Boba Fett all in one character. Meanwhile, Luke Skywalker's grandchild, given that they will be making Luke Skywalker's son canon during the Mandalorian series, will be the wiser figure, more like Obi-Wan Kenobi from A New Hope. Lucasfilm is indeed preparing to bring in 3 new villains for the new trilogy, similar to what they did with the prequels with Maul, Dooku, and Grievous. The new movies, of course, will take elements from the New Jedi Order books, and the fans are going to be able to witness a new Jedi temple on the world of Tatooine that was built by Rey after Episode 9. Now, let me stop right here for a second. So, in case you guys did not know, they will be implementing the Jedi Temple on Tatooine next year in the Disney canon. This, of course, is going to revolve around new books and comics that take place after Episode 9, as well as the 10, 11, and 12 books that are slated for 2023 that's going to work its way up to the live-action version of themselves. The thing about this that I think some fans may have a problem with is some fans kept on saying, and I've noticed this, a lot of fans out there kept on saying that they feel that they should move on from these desert worlds, or just move on from the world of Tatooine, and that it gets old after a while. And I can deeply understand where people are coming from, you know, when you say that. But at the end of the day, Tatooine is the true planet connected to the Skywalker legacy. This is the home of both Anakin and Luke, so it makes absolutely perfect sense as to why the Jedi Temple would be built here by, of course, Rey after Episode 9. Now, that's another thing. Some people may not like that being canon, the fact that Rey is the one who builds this new Jedi Order. You know, at the end of the day, look, I mean, who else was alive, right? That's what they have to take advantage of. Of course, Ben Solo is going to come to her aid. They are doing a lot of things to bring Ben Solo back into the equation, that he never really died and only went to the world between worlds. We discussed this a couple of days ago. So, moving on from that, alright, Lucasfilm has been in contact with both Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver on returning as their older selves as cameos for the new movies in the near future, and so far, they hold a great interest in their returning. Through these new films, of course, they won't necessarily be about Rey and Ben. They will simply be, of course, there to interconnect everything together. Even Mark Hamill was approached on if he wanted to return as Luke Skywalker as a Force ghost. The books that are currently being set up for 2023 will be close to what Disney plans to do with the movies, and that part of the story will have to do with Cade Skywalker trying to run away from the Jedi lifestyle and focus on his bounty hunting and smuggling skills across the entire galaxy, giving the fans the very first anti-hero Skywalker on movies and in the books that will be labeled as canon. This is a big plan that Disney has in store for, of course, in order to add a conflict for the character during his journey, and that many plot elements will be taken from the legacy comics to be done on film for the fans to enjoy. One particular villain that will be a part of this new era is, of course, Darth Talon. This will also give fans Gina Skywalker, the sister of Cade Skywalker, inspired from Ben Solo, of course, in Star Wars Legends, or should I say, the cousin of Ben Skywalker in Star Wars Legends. Now, that's a big deal as well, because that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to really create this story about the cousins of the Skywalkers, and that to me is interesting, because that's basically what Star Wars Legends was about, in a sense. So, originally, Jaina Skywalker was Jaina Solo, alright, in Star Wars Legends. She was the sister of Jacen Solo. And basically, it seems like they're mixing things up a bit. They're making Jaina Solo into a Skywalker in this scenario in order to really kind of do their own thing, but at the same exact time, borrow elements from Star Wars Legends. And I gotta say, I mean, it sticks, it kind of works, but I would like them to stick to the original ways more so. The other thing that I think a lot of fans need to know that's very, very important is the fact that they will be supplying a lot of books that are going to be marketed as episodes 10, 11, and 12 to boost the familiarity for the fans, to really kind of delve into these new characters, to get used to them, to know them a little bit better, and basically Disney making their own new Star Wars universe that's going to basically be Legends in a sense. So overall, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do be sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Night to moon, we hear them moans again.